was. However, rather than merely focusing on pricing projections, the topic of discussion for today is the actual impact that it will have the process of bringing an end to the drawn-out legal issue. This settlement has the potential to bring about an exponential increase in the value of XRE as its practical application continues to expand. And then looking at the negotiation table between the SCSC and Ripple, there is an astonishing possibility of reaching a resolution. It is not enough for us to merely allude to these possibilities. That's the movie settlement offer that was presented to the CO is subject to approval at any time, and we are willing to provide specific paperwork and verification of the offer. Because the Securities and Exchange Commission was under pressure from Judge Torres, who established a deadline of November for an out-of-court resolution. Judge Torres is exerting a great deal of pressure on the S. In the past, settlement bids have been tolerated and accepted. The Securities and Exchange Commission held an emergency meeting in an unprecedented effort to tackle the Cochrane problem. During the meeting, important topics such as institutional settlements and alternative legal remedies were discussed. The Securities and Exchange Commission made a very generous settlement offer to Ripple, which increased to $77 million and remained steadfast in their position. Is a path that Ripple is taking with XRP today has distinct characteristics. The fact that President Joe Biden was making preparations to issue an executive order that might potentially have a substantial influence on XRP and a great number of other digital currencies were a major factor that motivated Ripple to offer a second settlement. Diane, who's a cryptocurrency attorney, stated that the total amount of the offer was reduced to $20 million. This presidential directive is just the beginning of our conversation about this matter. Because in this in-depth analysis, we will examine the scenario, determine the probability that XRP will achieve the elusive $1 milestone, and explain the reason behind the dollars and behind the recent significant uptick in market activity. It's very possible that Ripple will accept this proposal, which could put an end to the Ripple and SEC legal drama once and for all. Our investigation is comprehensive. First, as a result of the significant executive action taken by President Biden, the tempo has hastened and the order has taken on a higher significance. A legislative action will designate December 31, 2023 as the official start date for the adoption of XRP in the United States of America. This action will take place a few days after this executive instruction ends. It was suggested that Ripple apps should accept and finally put an end to their protracted legal struggle with MECCPI by putting a settlement price of $20 million on the table. This would allow the Ripple set case to be closed. This is an important turn of events, particularly when considering the repercussions of the situation. After the conclusion that the Federal Reserve is looking to assist the worldwide use of XRP in accordance with ISO IBOR, supported by the findings of an independent investigator. The repercussions was the chief active officer of Ripple, who has publicly stated that the best interest of U.S. institutions is at stake, as it is possible that a revolution in the manner in which the Federal Reserve absorbs XRP might be sparked by a total triumph over the lawsuit and their adoption of XRP following their encounter with the SEC. We have unearthed vital information that proves the Federal Reserve is on the right road to use XRP on a global scale in compliance with ISO. The bond make it to an official document that was gotten through the diligent work of an independent researcher who is passionate about this particular subject, detailed the launch date for its adoption in the United States. This particular document dispels any hearsay that the mainstream buzz may choose to ignore in order to ensure clarity. The projection date is December 31. In the background, there are planned additional convergences, such as Ripple's aligning with the United States for CBDC, and concurrent moves done by the Securities and Exchange Commission and Congress to resolve concerns regarding CDR liquidity, as well as the activation of XRP by Japan's banking titans for cross-border transactions. That's the Enjoy South End. That's just the beginning of the tremendous change that is about to take place in the financial landscape, but we are about to witness it. To take first, the planned session that we have scheduled for today will consist of us evaluating a great deal of the newly published news, all of which will be presented to you in front of your eyes as we proceed to plunge headfirst into these disclosures. There's a deciding, it has been speculated that the value of XRP might perhaps skyrocket to an astounding. In this section, I will examine the reasons why financial institutions are placing their bets on XRP to reach heights that have never been seen before. These reasons will all point to the Federal Reserve's imminent decision to fully embrace or accept XRP. A name is not the only thing that XRP is. The ISO code, which is the ISO design designations at XRP lands that are unique identifiers, is the most important factor in this transaction. The designations set XRP apart from other digital assets and distinguish it from other digital assets. First, let's take a more in-depth look at this. After conducting a search for the Federal Reserve, the dots in the second image begin to link with one another. Every single currency in the world is required to be represented by a 3-letter code in accordance with the criteria. First, because of this vast code, EXRP has been effectively established as a global currency that can be used to swap any other currency that is listed under the ISO standard. These currencies include the United States dollar, the euro, the pound sterling, and the yen all. The situation, on the other hand, becomes more intriguing when you obtain confirmation directly from the source. As a result of our researchers searching the Federal Reserve resources for evidence that cannot be questioned, they were awarded with a screenshot that brings this complex to its conclusion. Here's the narrative beautifully compiles all of the material into a single final packet. This puzzle sure to provide you with experience that will blow your mind. But the website of the Federal Reserve offers lucid instructions for navigating the intricate currents of digital banking. And we have made a discovery that originates from the digital gateway of the Federal Reserve. Within our virtual range of vision, we are able to visualize a cryptocurrency token that belongs to the same category. When we talk about this, we aren't just talking about hearsay. At this point, we're referring to the emblem of the Federal Reserve, which is a representation of power and was modified on the website on October 24, 2023. And identify currencies ranging from the United States dollar to Japanese yen, and ISO is utilized. The astonishing thing is that the United States Congress has given the go-ahead for financial institutions to use XRP in their transactions. Something does not just take place. Instead, they are the consequence of a screenplay for the evolution of the financial system that was methodically designed. Of course, when we talk about the possibility of XR hitting $1, it is no longer a leap of speculation, considering that it is now taking place right in front of our very eyes. Here, on the other hand, considering the substantial amount of international transactions that is anticipated to take place through the XRP ledger in the context of facilitating transactions worth quadrillions of dollars. The investment of $1 in XRP is not merely a possibility. When we take a closer look at the bigger picture, it suddenly seems like a worthwhile investment. When the ripple begins to grow, it extends beyond the realm of relationships alone. Rather, it is a matter of concrete trust from financial websites. The holdings of these websites are exceptional not only for their size, but also for their extraordinary value. They have $1.28 billion XRP, which is an incredible 740 times more than the amount of money they have invested in other cryptocurrencies. How come the wager on XRP is so substantial? The financial institutions are not simply looking for any token that can support the broad breadth of international finance. Rather, they are prepared to use XRP for high-level transactions in the corridors of the financial system. So, instead, they're looking for a digital token that has the potential to be extremely valuable as a result of its predicted position in central bank digital currencies. The value of XRP is anticipated to increase to $1 per unit in the months that are to come. Thus, the predicting question is not merely optimistic. A new era of monetary utility could be ushered in as a result of this, but in light of the fact that the Federal Reserve has expressed its support for the implementation of the ISO new standard, which is expected to begin by the end of 2023, the utilization of XRP on a global scale has been gathered, and we are prepared to demonstrate the extent of this development. That's all for now, and say thank you. So